Hey everybody, welcome in. And it's that time, Simba showcase. A lot of people have been asking for more of the Lion King and knowing more of these characters good. Well, we'll find out a little bit better now that I can get him to 7-star. And you just see those increases, like his health all the way up to 2100, defense pretty high. Here we go. So let's have a quick look at his stats. We'll go over his kit and then we'll jump into a few of the reasons why you're going to want to use him and who might want to, who might not. And I'm also going to touch on the Mufasa spell because it kind of ties in a lot with Simba. So his standard attack is it's okay. It's okay. It's not too low, but it's nothing too special. But it does have 30% chance to reduce the speed meter, which that is good. Now, he does have a healing move, and his healing move will heal up to this character's defense. So the higher his defense is, the more he will heal, and he also gains taunt when he heals. So I think it's kind of cool to have a healing taunt. That is one real unique thing about him. And then it's also got 30% chance that that the teammates will get defense up. So doing that, more defense means more healing. So that's pretty cool. Now, for his little Pumbaa charge, for a skill, he doesn't hit very hard, but then he is a defensive character. So he hits in a flanking, so straight across line, and can inflict defense down. But also they reduce the opponent's speed meter. So this is where he is actually pretty decent. When he is able to tank and then decrease others' speed meter, that is quite good. Now he does have a passive, and his passive is gained. He gets 4% bonus for every 1% missing health. So if he's down like 90%, he's gonna be gaining like, what is it? 360 360% defense, which is nuts. Like, he can go beast mode. And he also does have a leadership ability, which I was never a fan of this ability when it came out. The leadership is just too specific for a leader ability. Teammates receive 20% bonus minimum health, maximum health, while defending in club wars. So you can only use it in one game mode. Like 20% is massive compared to like Ariel's 8%, but it's only in one game mode. One defense team, one game mode. So I suppose it can be used very well in that way, but as you can see, his kit is very defensive, and it's nice that he can go after speed meter. So one other thing I will touch on is the Mufasa spell, so we'll go have a quick look at that now. I really wish I had this at level 4. But it grants helpful effects to all teammates depending on their roles. So they will get offense up, defense up, or guaranteed crit depending if they're defense, offense, or support. And if it's Simba on the team, he receives all of the effects. So when you are using this, you kind of want to be using Simba. So we're going to jump in. We're going to show how he runs and how smooth he runs. I've jumped in as the Lion King team. I feel sorry for these guys. These guys are out grinding so hard. I just feel sorry for them. What I am going to do, I am going to summon, hyena. And then I just want to see what he does. Is he going to mass silence? Here we go. It's coming. It's coming. This is why people don't like the onward. but it's not really that bad. So what I do want to do, I'm going to reduce all these speed meters, and then I'm just going to attack until we can get around this. Now, one thing I am looking forward to, the slow is going to get me, but at least I'll be there, Scar or Mickey, soon. So Scar's in one real nice thing is that Scar is in stealth, so he's going to be fine pretty much. Never mind, but let's see what he does with Simba. This is one thing where you will see with this Mufasa spell, is that if the opponents have foul play, then it's kind of like rip. Let's just do this on here, and then I'm going to, who's next? Shan. You hear stealth. They're all stealth because of the all stealth because of the yeah, I go foul play. It's potentially a wee bit late at night for this. But let's see how Simba, this will be like a good showcasing of Simba right here. So there we go, this stealth's gone. We should be able to do some things soon. Aladdin taking out Mickey? Not quite able to take out Mickey. Now let's give Mickey a heal, and then we'll so all that extra attack and defense. Now he is most likely going to steal again. There we go. One good thing is that at least Mickey will be protected. So I really like Bailey as well, but Simba is going to go beast mode, and this is what you will use Simba for. Is Simba will be used just for his tankiness. Got a stun off, very nice. Now, when you see him, like, this will be like an example of him also in Club Conquest, because in Club Conquest he's going to be able to have all that extra 20%, and I know I've probably got a lot more than 20% above, maybe over my opponent, but we'll see. Let's do that. And then see if we can just decrease the speed meter some more. There we go. I'll take all those decreases that I can get. Goodbye. There we go. Simba versus the world. One thing I must say is that you will soon see I'm not going to use it just yet. Yes, the blind. I'm so glad that the blind didn't get me. Now let's just see. You'll see him just going out and attacking Simba here. And the 1 damage crit. Now this is Simba starting to get less and less health. And I'm just going to go decrease his speed meters, continue on doing that for most of the time, and then I'll eventually 1 damage, 56. And this is where, like, he does just go beast mode. I'm just going to continue attack. I'm not even going to heal because that's not what we're here for, and I'm just going to be burning turns now. So I just gave my opponent a taste of victory. He's like, oh yes, I potentially can do it. And the slow would do it for him as well. So it's most likely going to probably end up a draw. I suppose he's got another 30 turns. No wand still. Let's heal myself. Oh, you can't heal yourself with that. What? Well, that's a shame. Good to know. I didn't actually know that, so you must only be able to choose your you must only be able to choose your teammates. Oh. So let's have a quick look here. Target a teammate. Oh, look at that. But I'm just gonna keep just charging along with Simba, doing those attacks, and I really like Manticore, I must say. But this is Simba right here. And the reason why I'm not using the Mufasa spell is because I know he's got Iago charged, and as soon as I do use it, he's just going to be stealing whatever buff I get. So I'm just avoiding that situation and just letting Simba take some hits, doing what he needs to do. And then I'll take a resist. Let's see. He'll get there eventually. I will build up to a 1 though. And this is where, like, Simba, he's got the health to withstand this. It's gonna come down to a draw for my opponent. But this is where you kind of also see that as much as Simba can be a mad tank, is that he also just loses out to I wonder if I can take him out in 9 turns. That would be so sad for my opponent if I did that. He'll be like, no, I got so close. No, I won't be able to. The evades of Aladdin. I'd have to get some major crits. And take his turns right down. Oh, one more crit. One more. If I get a last turn win with... Oh no, he got the evade again. So close. So close, but the evades. But that is Simba. That is Simba. So as you can see, tank-wise, he is a solid tank. But outside of that, this Mufasa spell, it can be great for Simba, but as soon as somebody has like a purge, like it takes so, you saw it took so long to charge. Actually, because of that, I'm just going to change it quickly, because that's one of the things, is that this takes so long to charge, and although it's great to get all of those for Simba, and it can be nice to get like guaranteed crit for supports or whatever else that you need, it just takes so long. It takes so long. And that's just a bit of a shame, really. Because it takes so long to use, and it can be purged or stolen just like that. Okay, so next morning, did a bit of a hard night, or not so good night with our baby again. But I had to put things on hold last night, but we are going to jump straight back into it. And I thought, I haven't done any of these on video this time, so I thought I'd do one opening and going for hoping to head towards a 7-star Scar, although I've had a lot of 1 token pulls for him, so that may not be so good. Anyway, let's jump back into the Simba action, and what I want to say is, with that last match, we saw how with the foul play in order, the Mufasa spell, like, for what it does, takes way too long to charge. It is one of the longest spells to charge, and with everyone running around with foul play or abilities to steal or purge, it's not worth running, which is pretty sad. Anyway, we're going to jump into this team. One thing you also noticed is that this is a very support heavy team, and that's what got me into trouble last time as well. My fast characters were taken out, and then it's just support sitting there, and that's how not good tanks and supports are through this. So if I were to run more of a competitive team, I'd have to swap them up for, say, where's Aladdin? Let's go check Aladdin in there, and it would have to be look a little bit more like that, for a little bit more of a competitive team. So we will jump into a battle and then see what else we can do with Simba when we're not just relying on the Mufasa spell. And another thing, that's tanks in general. You can have a good tank, and a good tank can last and survive just like Simba did. But if you're not doing anything else, that's where the speed and damage meta just takes over. And that's just the kind of sadness about the tank situation at the moment. Either the tanks need a super fast taunt that is always happening, or they need something special happening for them anyway. Interesting. So, no, my hyenas. And I will say it is amazing how much I want to just go and heal straight away. I'm going to heal Aladdin just to get my taunt up. Now, I have heard and seen from some other people saying that you shouldn't taunt straight away. No. If you got a tank, you want to taunt straight away, and then the reason being is you want to be able to have your tank doing as much tanking as possible, and then you want to whip around to that ability again. You don't want to wait until your opponents just take all your characters out. So with things like Simba or anything else of the likes, you're gonna want to be taking out as much as you can, as fast as you can, and I'm just gonna take out Hook while I'm here. And tanking as much, just making sure that your other characters aren't all absorbing damage. So that is one. Ooh, see that crap? Goodbye, Scar. Now let's take Syndrome out if we can. But so now with Simba, like, defensive characters just seem to be, if you don't have them taunting, they are not very much used to your team. And that's just the sad reality of the tank situation at the moment. Although I think for me, I've fought against a lot of
I've fought against a lot of Simbas. I haven't used them a lot myself, just because up until this time I haven't had him leveled right up. I've had him a little bit in, I've used him a little bit in club conquests and things like that, but not enough for said even more extra strategies. But he's a tank, and I'd say the main thing I'd want to use for him is his speed meter reducing. So I think his Pumbaa attack, actually all of his attacks are good, and that's why he is on the good tier and not on the like needs a buff tier, because he is good. It's just tanks in general, they are the ones who need a buff. So I think what he provides for the team, he's good. But I think maybe his taunt needs to be longer or something. But I mean, like things like this, is boom, boop, and reduce the speed meter. That is like amazing. That is good. So I'd say if you want to use him, just his abilities and his main attack, everything about him is decent. But you just got to make sure you've got a good team around him still. So there is that. And the Mufasa spell, not worth it. Not worth it at all at the moment. And unless there's some like makes things harder to purge. But then he's your tank as well, so he's always taunting. So you're kind of taunting them, getting all the buffs on him, and then it's easy for people to purge him. So it's just one of those things that is not really thought about for him, that it can be better, it needs to be better. But I suppose as long as you're giving what your other team needs, in a one situation I think the Mufasa spell can be good is if you've got a bunch of supports that you get guaranteed crit. I think that's the best given ability out of them. And if they are hard hitting or have a good ability, that would be the best way to use it. And then just tank with him, doesn't matter if he takes lots of damage or gets things stolen. If you get the guaranteed crits, that will be my way around. But Simba as a whole, he is good. You've seen how well he can tank and he can survive. Just make sure you've got some people to deal some good damage around him. That's all I'd say. So hopefully that has helped. Next up, Old Man Rafiki, and then I've got some team strategies around, more so than just talking about the characters. So getting into how really good to use him and what kind of teams you want to use him in. So, and besides from just the Lion King team, although I could potentially do that, like the maximum tier, the best kind of Lion King team, if you all want to see. So let me know what you want to see, and I can't wait to hear from you, and hopefully this has been helpful, and see you next time.